From Legendary Pictures, the studio that brought you a so-so Godzilla movie and a pretty cool King Kong movie, comes the next thrilling chapter in the Monsterverse.
Yeah! You go smashing! Boom boom! Smoke rings!
Manila.
Seriously, what the fuck is going on with Godzilla Generations? Where do I even start with this game? Alright, first of all, I like the Sega Dreamcast. I think it was a very underrated system that was a little ahead of its time. When the Dreamcast launched in Japan in 1998, one of the 4 launch titles was Godzilla Generations. That's cool. How often does Godzilla get to be a launch title? Now keep in mind, before Godzilla Generations, Godzilla games tended to look like this. And then along comes this next-gen game where you can control a 3D Godzilla. And you can finally just cut loose and smash cities. You work your way across Japan and the whole time, real music from the film is playing. At the time of this release, Generations should have been a G-fan's wet dream.
Nope.
2 stars!
Since it's a Japanese game, Godzilla Generations won't run on an American Dreamcast system, but there are a few easy workarounds. What I do is load up this disc of game cheats. Then I switch discs to Godzilla and it works perfectly. So at the beginning, you only have 2 choices. You can either be Godzilla or Mechagodzilla. Let's get the biggest flaws out of the way first. The camera and the controls. As you can see, the angles automatically change. A lot. I'm not doing this. This is automatic. The controls are flimsy to begin with, but when combined with the camera angle changes, you're gonna wish you were in one of these buildings being destroyed. Especially for me personally, I have no sense of direction to begin with, and I don't do well when angles suddenly change in games. It's why I personally can never get into 3D Sonic games. Look at that shit. Look at this shit. I suck. But this is absolutely Generations' biggest weakness. There are more angle changes here than in a Michael Bay movie. So your goal is to destroy as much of the city as you can before the time runs out. Oddly enough, the first 2 levels are the game's worst levels. There isn't much city to destroy, so to get your score up, you have to step on tiny houses and trees. Look at this, why are the trees exploding when I step on them? When you get to the buildings, there's not much to do besides just kinda walk through them. Seriously, this game should have been called Godzilla Bull in a China Shop, because that's what it is. You're just clumsily smashing into things like a drunk asshole. Each monster has 2 special moves. Godzilla can self-charge his radioactive breath, or there's a slowly regenerating fire breath he can use. I like Mechagodzilla's moves more. Check out this shit. Yeah, I'm Mechagodzilla. Here comes a full face of Godzilla's crotch. I'm pretty sure this is the first game where Godzilla outright teabags you. Aside from the shitty controls, the game is incredibly easy. You're never gonna run out of time. There are no monsters to fight. The military attacks you, but you can self-heal just by roaring. The goddamn Super X2 appears, but it's mostly harmless. You don't have to take it down. I don't even know if you can take it down. Come here. Come here! Here's how I get through this game. I just keep my eye on this map in the upper right-hand corner. I focus on steering the arrow over all the little dots until they all just disappear. I barely even look at the rest of the screen. Exciting, right? Yeah, this game gets monotonous pretty fast. Thankfully, I'm on the last level right now. We need to end this shit so I can do something more fun like smash my nuts with a hammer. Ah, thank God we did it. Now I can end this goddamn review. Wait, what? I can't end the review? Oh, when you beat the game, you unlock a character. Well, fuck, I have to keep playing. See, when you beat the game as Godzilla, you unlock First Godzilla, hence the Generations in the title. He looks like shit. You guys know I'm not the kind of guy who complains about game graphics, but look at this, and then look at something like Crazy Taxi. I don't know, it feels like they could have done at least a little bit better with Generations. Guess what? I have to play the entire game again to unlock the next monster. Don't say I never did anything for you guys. Here we go. Okay, now we get Godzilla USA. This was before they started calling him Zilla. Godzilla USA is such a weird patriotic name like Godzilla USA! Fuck yeah, America! I like Zilla in this game because his special move is he can run fast, so I can clear the levels much faster. America, yeah, USA! USA! I'm gonna punch him out and gonna fuck an eagle! God bless the USA! Alright, now let's see who we've unlocked. And it's Manila. Hey, is this the only Godzilla game to date where Manila is a playable character? Let me know in the comments. Look at this nonsense! Manila is a mass murderer! Look at him killing everyone while this doofy music plays. It would be like if Anakin Skywalker were killing baby Jedi and then they started playing the Cantina Bar music. Manila's first special attack is he blows smoke rings like a sexy cowgirl who's too crazy for a guy like me. His second attack is he throws a fucking fit! He looks like a toddler having a temper tantrum because his mom won't buy him the new Paw Patrol playset. In reality, these taller buildings would fucking kill Manila if they toppled on him. Hey, you ever want to see what it looks like when Manila dies? Because I do. So let's hold hands and watch it happen together. I did it. I played through the fucking game 4 times. I've atoned for all the sins I've committed on this earth and then some. Let's see who I unlock now. 60s Godzilla, burning Godzilla. Who did I get? Dr. Serizawa, what the fuck? What the hell is in this drink? Is this real life right now? Yeah, we're really through the looking glass now. I am now a giant Dr. Serizawa destroying Japan. What? For anyone who doesn't know, Dr. Serizawa is one of the main protagonists in the first Gojira film. He was a scientist who created the Oxygen Destroyer, the only technology capable of killing Godzilla. But he was hesitant to use it because he was afraid his science would be continuously used by the military. Well, this Dr. Serizawa doesn't give a fuck! He's got a giant oxygen destroyer capable of killing a dozen Godzillas and probably wiping out humanity. As a special move, the bomb emits lightning bolts? Why? Maybe in the movie, Serizawa was mutated by Godzilla's radioactivity before he detonated the bomb. That makes sense, but then how do you explain his other move when a goddamn laser cannon comes out of his eye hole? How much crack were they snorting when they made this game? Why did they make Serizawa a playable character? They had all the monsters! Why him? Look, to heal himself, he prays to God, and God heals him. God wants him to fuck up Japan, probably for making this game. Yeah, the whole country has to pay for Godzilla Generations. Who will I unlock next? A giant Godzilla turd with machine guns? No, thankfully it's over now. I should mention there's a second game on this disc. It's a card battle game featuring chibi characters, but it's all in Japanese. And I don't play those types of games anyway, so I'm not gonna go there. You can also watch Godzilla movie trailers, which is pretty cool. Look, I'm gonna give Godzilla Generations an E for effort. When you play it, you can see what they were going for. This just missed the mark in a big way with the camera and the controls. But this game is definitely the precursor to Godzilla Vs. on PlayStation 4, which is a game you guys know I love. If not for Generations, we might have not had Vs. There were a couple of times where Generations kinda looked like Vs. And there are a few things Generations does better, like no repetitive generator smashing, no military voiceovers. And it sure does have a sense of humor. If we had to go through Generations to get to Godzilla Versus, it was worth it. And I hope they take another swing at this formula in the future to aim for a perfect Godzilla simulator. So, I'm not gonna hate on Generations too much. But I'm also not gonna play it much. Fuck this crazy game.